Okay, so it's day 7. It's been fun so far. It's been really good. Some of the topics I've been a bit 50-50 on. There's some stuff that I was thinking about talking about, didn't talk about because of privacy reasons and other reasons. But also, what we've covered so far has been really good. It's been pretty positive, some of the feedback and everything. I'm currently not using my Blue Yeti, even though I said I would, only because it's not recognising that it's a microphone. I've been through all of the fixes, all of the YouTube videos about it. Nothing's working for me at the moment, so I'm gonna probably run it down to a proper PC person or run it by one of my online friends. They might know a bit better, considering they were the one that fixed my tower in the first place. I'd cleaned out my tower from all dust, cleaned all the dust out of it. And when I got it back up and running, it wouldn't turn on properly. Only to find out that my RAM sticks hadn't been clicked into place properly. I'm pretty sure I pushed them down properly, but they hadn't clicked. So it was only not turning on because my RAM sticks weren't in properly. So yeah, hopefully he'll know something about that. No, it's been really interesting this week. Starting out with my ex and just leaving that conversation behind, sort of thing. So yeah, it's been very troubling for me recently. This has hit me really hard. I've had nothing but a dark cloud right over my heart this week, and every so often it will start suffocating my heart, which is really annoying, really infuriating to deal with, because I'm trying to self-medicate because I know that nothing other than talking about it with who I need to talk to about it will fix that problem. It's not indigestion, it's not heartburn or anything like that, so antacids and all that sort of thing won't help. They might relieve some of the pressure, but it doesn't really help. It's not that kind of problem. It's something else, and I needed to talk about it with him to be able to get rid of it. At the moment, he's being a butt. He is being a butthead. So we will try again at some point. Hopefully he will calm down. Hopefully. And then going on to a lot of autism stuff, talking about myself. I never really liked the idea of absolutely everybody, the whole world, knowing I have autism, because every single time I've told certain people, or whenever I've told certain people, they've either, like I said in that video, they've either come back with, "Oh, you don't look autistic," or, "Oh shit, you okay? Can I do anything? Is this okay for me to say? Do you understand that? You got it, right? I was just joking. You got it, right? Stop walking on eggshells around me." If I look really completely dumbfounded, like, what? Then I didn't get it. You will know when something's up with me, or most autistics. Most people with autism will, especially high functioning, they'll understand a lot of stuff. It's not as bad as a lot of people make out it to be, the condition itself. Yes, it's a struggle. Yes, it's hard work. But the joy about high-functioning autism is we have the ability to learn. When I say learn, I don't just mean, I'll get your GCSEs, get your A-levels, get your degree and everything. I mean, okay, that wasn't socially acceptable, how could it have been different and how could it have been socially acceptable, sort of thing. We find it easier to pick up on that stuff. We might still struggle, but once told, it's like, okay, right, didn't know that. Because that's the thing. Every single social rule, social law in society is a real pain in the butt to understand for an autistic person, because most of those rules, most of those laws are unspoken. And it's the unspoken laws and rules that we never truly understand. Well, I say never. We struggle to truly understand, because when they're not spoken, a neurotypical person will be able to immediately be like, no, I'll say that instead, because that's better. Autistic people might just spit out whatever the first thing that comes into the head anyway, rather than actually changing what they were going to say to make it better, to make it sound better. And then going on to other stuff. I mean, this week was predominantly going to be about me. I kind of wanted to touch more on relationships and what they are. However, I've got a plan for next week, and I think I might also have a different plan for the week after. I don't know whether I want to integrate the two of them together, because they're two different companies, but two of the same style of goal, same style of idea, sort of thing. They come together basically. But next week's going to be fun. It's going to be a Divas week. So ladies, do join us. I'll be telling what Divas is all about, what Divas is, what Divas do, and I will be showcasing the ladies of the group who wish to be a part of this. I'm not directly asking any of them to join in, just so you know. I'm not outright asking them to take part. They have come forward to me and said, I will do this. So yep, I'll be helping out one of the ladies on the group with an exercise that I believe will help her, and she has agreed. So we've got to work out formalities, work out how we're going to manage it, due to safety reasons. If there's anything that you reckon I should talk about as well, not just next week, but throughout the entirety of this, because I've got 52 weeks at least to do of this, and I'm going to run out of my designed material pretty quickly if I keep up the way I am. If you wanted me to touch more on relationships, let me know, and I will devise a video for it. I don't necessarily want these videos to be scripted, because they are vlog stuff. It's not as easy. It's not much of a good idea to script a vlog rather than an actual genuine video, because vlogs are aimed to be more from the heart, more from dibbering on at the time sort of thing. So I don't necessarily want to script it, but the relationship stuff, the talk about relationships and sex education and stuff, if you want it, I will probably have to script it, just so you know. Because I don't want to be going during talking about what a good relationship is, what a bad relationship is, and all that sort of thing. It's not good. It don't look good. It don't look good. But no, as I was saying, those would have to be scripted, but that's okay, that's fine. Then the less vlog style stuff anyway, more just here, this is our beliefs, this is what we're doing. So yeah, if there's anything else that you think I should talk about, cover, anything like that, if you want me to go into more detail with my Harry Potter collection, because that is only a quarter of my entire collection. As stated in the, yeah, it should be stated in the description of that video, that when I work out where in my room and how I'm going to put that lot up, where and how, I will be showcasing the whole thing. I do have a cabinet that I would like to use, but the positioning of it, it doesn't lend itself well to showing off stuff. So what I might do, actually, to save space, is stick the cabinet that I'm talking about in the wardrobe, where I have my, oh, that might not work. I was going to say where I have my box drawers for some of my clothes, well, my clothes. But no, this place will be getting tidied up. If you want to see the rest of it tidied up on camera, let me know and I will speed it up. If you'd rather me cut out the tidying up and just show you the remodel, then I'll do that instead. If you have any ideas for theme weeks, let me know. But no, anything in general, anything at all would be nice to know. It's good to see that people are watching, it's good to see that people are leaving comments. It's good to see people are leaving feedback as well, because the mic, yes, it was a bit quiet and a bit shoddy before, but that's only because I was not really in the mood to speak loudly. I do actually have one of the biggest gobs and one of the biggest voices in town, and I can indeed project it out properly due to doing acting for so many years. I can indeed tone up my voice if my Yeti's not going to work, but as of at the moment, I physically cannot use my Yeti. I've tried it in my PC, I've tried it in my laptop, neither of which pick it up as a microphone. I haven't checked the fixes for the Yeti doing that on my laptop yet, but I will be checking that before I take it to a specialist or talk to someone else. But yeah, that's kind of sort of what's going on at the minute. You will notice that each 7 days I will be swapping up the thumbnail to these videos. That is to do with theme week, not because I'm getting bored and don't want that thumbnail through the whole thing. It's to separate the weeks out so that I know how many I've done, sort of thing. But yeah. So yeah, keep commenting. It's fun to see you guys. It's good to see everyone down there. And I do read them all. I do. If it gets bigger, if it gets more complicated, more full, not complicated, but more active, then I might not be able to reply to everybody. But I do read them all. I do. Was there anything else? I wonder. Oh yeah, my knees. That was it. Going on to my knees. I have now, as of yesterday, spoken to the surgeon, one of the surgeons, about my knee. The strap tape that the physiotherapist put around my knee to stick it and hold it in line where it's supposed to sit, he says it's a load of bollocks. He says he thought it was a load of rubbish, in the sense of they don't really work. You see those straps and the support bandages and stuff that you put over and around your knee, especially the ones with a little hole in there that the cap sits into. He says they're kind of rubbish and don't really work. I don't know. It's 50-50. Because I understand where it's coming from. It, in theory, shouldn't really work because of the fact that any serious amount of movement will just knock it right back out of place again. And that will cause a lot more pain and a lot more damage. So just be careful. I'm not saying don't use them. I'm just saying be careful how and when you use those straps and support bandages. If you yourself have knee problems and you are using them yourself, just be careful with them. Because if you're like me, in the sense of you need surgery to fix a problem, and you go ahead and use those bandages and those straps too often, and then go ahead and be like, yeah, great, I can actually move, I can play sports now, I can go running, I can play rugby again, and just being like overzealous with it. If you have a dislocation or you move that knee out wrong too many times with that bandage on or the strap on, you can cause early onset arthritis, which is what I have. Basically, the surgery they recommended me for was where they take a little bit of the hamstring, or the whole hamstring, I can't remember whether it was a little bit or the whole thing. The whole thing is like, you're going to take my whole hamstring? I'm not going to be able to walk. They take a little bit of the hamstring and then put it around the kneecap, where some of the ligaments normally sit. Because my ligaments and muscles are a bit loose on one side. There's a lot of freedom for my kneecap to move wherever it wants to, and that's not right. That's not good. And because the first surgery they did, which was pulling the ligaments around the knee down and around tight, so the kneecap was not sitting sideways, it was sitting straight, and forced into that position and forced to stay in that position, and then screwing the ligaments to the leg bone at the bottom, just underneath the knee. That was the surgery they did the first time round. We had what we believe as an ex-naval, ex-naval, as far as we know, surgeon doing my right knee. While he was doing my right knee, he was teaching the child orthopedic at the time how to do that particular surgery, because he'd never done it before. And then he goes and does my left knee. Right knee operation, brilliant, really good. My right knee is still moving off to the side ever so slightly on occasion, though. It doesn't do it all the time. It's only if I've been bending and straightening my leg too much for that day, it starts doing it. It's like, no, I'm too tired, I want to go over there, sort of thing. So the right knee was really good. I had a drain in my leg the first time out on my right knee, so very little bruising, which was really good, because for my left leg I didn't have that, and I had excruciating pain from the swelling caused by the bruising and the bleed. So the pressure of it was just really painful. It was, morphine was probably the only thing that was pulling it down from a 9. It was at 9, and my dislocations only get it up to a 9. It was about a 9. Only morphine was pulling it down to a 4. Or a 2. No, yeah, morphine was pulling it down to a 2. Paracetamol and ibuprofen were pulling it down from the 9 to about a 6. 6 or 7. Something like that. So it wasn't pulling it down by a very lot. But I nagged them to let me go home after that one, because I wasn't staying over more than one night. I really didn't want to stay there more than one night, because I get seriously bad-tempered in the hospital. It is just so infuriating. I do not know why I get so bad-tempered. I don't know if it's anything to do with the airflow, or the fact that most of it's, as per usual, not very clean, and hospitals are supposed to be clean. I remember with my first operation, the nurse coming around with the bandage. She proceeded to drop it on the floor, accidentally, obviously. But she then attempted to put it on my fresh wound. My mum had a fit at that. My mum, the ex-naval nurse, has a go at a current nurse for wanting to put a now, well, I do the air quotes, but a now dirty bandage on a fresh wound. The only reason I needed a rebandage was because of my knees. I'm so used to having my legs crossed in some way, shape or form that when my legs are straight, I get pains running down my thighs, and sometimes around my knees, sometimes around my shin, in my feet sometimes. I had to have my left leg underneath my right knee, of course, but it was also the fact that because I had a little bit of pain in my right knee, when I put my left ankle underneath my right knee, it actually relieved a lot of the pain, because it was sitting in a slightly better position for me. So it was like, that's better. The doctors and nurses thought I'd made myself bleed. No, I didn't make myself bleed. I just cut I just knocked the drain out. I kicked the drain out of my leg by moving my foot. Weird. But that was quite hilarious, but yeah. That was also, I had that pain strangely because I shouldn't have had that kind of pain because I had a limb block anaesthetic on my leg, so I couldn't really feel my leg. Yeah, I still felt pain. Strange. Very, very strange. My left knee, as you may have noticed and may have worked out, is still moving off to the side every single time I straighten my leg. Every single time. So yeah, it's infuriating and very quite painful. Granted, it is only full dislocating once in a blue moon. I haven't had one for 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. But that's because I don't stress it enough these days. I don't exercise very often. I only do walking here and there, but I don't really do anything that's likely to make it dislocate.
A little bit of gasoline. Welcome to another crime scene. Get a little bit of gasoline. I'm gonna set your place on fire. Let's get higher. I'm gonna set your place on fire. Let's get higher. I'ma make it burn. I'ma make it burn.